Unfortunately, we booked a little too late this year to get into Key West campground that we love.
Yeah, Boyd's was completely full, and that book's about a year ahead of time. So if you want to stay on Key West, book early. But we did get to stay at a couple of other campgrounds. They were Encore properties in the Florida Keys this winter.
After a long week at the Florida RV Super Show in Tampa, Florida, we rewarded ourselves with 2 weeks in the Keys.
That's right. Since we weren't going all the way to Key West, we went ahead and just booked it all in one drive, straight from Tampa to Ohio Key?
Ohio Key. You could tell it was a Sunday when we were driving into the Keys because of all the traffic that was leaving.
Yeah, all the weekenders were headed out, and we were headed in just the way we liked it.
Exactly. On the way down, we kept getting notifications that one of our tires, the pressure kept going low.
Yeah, on the truck, not the RV.
Yeah, and it was frustrating because it was here we are going to one of our favorite places, and it's a super long drive and a super long day, and we kept having to stop to pull over to check it, and you had to fill it up a few times.
Initially, I thought there was something in the tire that I could plug.
You actually pulled out a screw.
It was only that deep, and it was in the thick part. It never even reached the tire at all.
I wanted to interject here really quick because Tara says I have to be really quick. There's a known issue with these Alcoa wheels, which are aluminum, and the valve stems, which are steel. If you know anything about dissimilar metal corrosion, those two don't go together, and what happens is they both can corrode and then they start leaking slowly, which is the problem that we had. There is a class action lawsuit currently filed on this. It was filed in 2019. That'll probably be resolved in like a decade, so I'm not holding my breath. If any of you know of a good replacement valve stem with or without a TPMS, let me know. I'd love to just replace all of them on here. Also, we get a lot of questions about our TPMS sensors for our TST, because we have 12 sensors and we run them on all 6 truck tires as well as all 6 RV tires, just so we can have it in one display, and also I control the thresholds on pressure and temperature and all that good stuff. One question we get though is on using this pass-through sensor on these tires like we do on the RV. First of all, you want to have steel valve stems or metal valve stems for these types of sensors. They're just a little bit heavier and they will not work on a rubber valve stem. But we can't use these on here simply because the area in there is so tight. These things are quite a bit thicker than the cap sensors, and while these will actually fit and go on, you can't get a air check over the top of this thing once it's in there, so it's kind of useless as a pass-through sensor. So that's why we use cap sensors on the truck and flow-through sensors on the RV. Another question I get asked quite a bit is, do I have valve stem extenders on here? Yes, I do. What you have to do, because these Alcoa wheels, the outside and inside wheel are lined up with their valve stems essentially like this, you have to pull this tire off and rotate it so that they're offset, and then I put a valve stem extender on the inside. I don't worry about the outside. I use a 45 degree, I'll put a link down below, and it's a real pain in the rear to get on. It's much easier when you have the wheel off. You have to take it off anyway to rotate it, so be careful, don't over tighten it, use some blue Loctite on it and you should be okay. Makes it a lot easier to air up those inside tires when you're out on the road. Sunshine Key Resort, I think is what it's called, is just south of the 7 Mile Bridge on that stretch.
Approaching destination in a half mile.
And technically on Ohio Key, which is just before Big Pine Key. So if you're familiar with the Keys, you probably know where it is and you drive right by it if you've been there before. Please use Marina Gate.
It's supposed to be down there.
Marina Gate. Ohio Key is about an hour north of Key West, so we didn't make it all the way south this time.
We do have 2021 booked at Boyd's though.
Yes, and we had to do it a year in advance, so keep that in mind when you are booking for the Keys. The Keys are super expensive to camp in, unless you are one of the lucky ones that happens to get one of the state parks, which we are finding nearly impossible to get reservations for.
Yeah, we check those all the time. or if you are retired military and have base access, which we do not. I'm just a regular vet. But if you have base access, there are a couple of camping options there at NAS Key West. There's also camping on Key West.
But we do make it down to Key West a couple of times while we are in the Keys.
Oh, duh.
Sunshine Key RV Resort and Marina. It's a huge park. It was a very nice park. It was
expensive.
Sorry. They're all expensive.
Yeah, even though we weren't on Key West, it was still about $150 a night.
I know.
Which is pretty average for RV resorts in the Keys in the winter. It's just, it is what it is. It's supply and demand, so you want to demand it, you got to supply the cash.
Yeah, and we demanded it.
Our expensive $150 a night site was a premium site.
It was not the most expensive site, though.
No, those are the premier sites.
So technically, we were backed up against water, but we couldn't see it because the mangroves were there.
Yeah.
So that was a premium site because we had no one behind us, which was very nice with the patio down. It was a lot of privacy.
Plenty of room for the truck and the bike and all that.
Very large sites. And then the most expensive sites are called the elite sites, and those actually have water views, and we got to get one of those sometime.
Yeah, those are nice.
I mean, we walked by those things, we were like, man, I want one of those. Especially with our patio. We put our patio down and it overlooks the water, and how amazing is that?
It's pretty cool.
If you guys missed our marathon video where we stayed at Curry Hammock State Park, that was a phenomenal site. It was only $38 a night, and our patio went right down onto the water, so it was awesome.
But again, those are really difficult to book. That resort is huge. It's got pickleball and basketball and tennis courts.
And volleyball, and of course a large swimming pool. And then they do a lot of group activities. I think I saw yoga and bingo and ladies' luncheons and stuff like that. But they have a lot of activities.
Daisy insists on being carried by the water because she's scared.
Put her down, see what she does.
Come on. Oh, there's fish guts. Come on.
Oh, fish guts trump scared of water.
See how she always walks on my left side, but not here. Come on.
Like there's water over there. I don't like water.
Oh, I know. I know.
That wasn't a very good duck.
You didn't like that?
They also have cabins that you can rent there. They have tiny homes on wheels, and they have RVs that you can rent as well. So there are a bunch of different options if you want to go down there and you don't have your own RV.
And as per typical, we did every single activity and swam in the pool every day.
He lies.
No, we don't know. We never use anything at an RV park usually because our house is so nice.
Coming up we do. It was chilly. It was in the 60s a lot and windy, and although we're not complaining because it was January and such nice weather for January
sunny
compared
and
to
60 doesn't suck.
Yeah, that wasn't the kind of weather where we were gonna go swimming in.
No.
A day or two after we got to Sunset Key, we decided we were going to drive down to Key West. It was about an hour drive, and we had some friends in the area that we were meeting up with.
This is one of our favorite places down here to eat. And you know we like to eat.
Yeah.
And we're meeting some special guests who we'll show you in just a minute.
And we brought Daisy this time.
Daisy got to come this time.
Only because she's clean and she's presentable.
Right? No, that's not the only reason.
It's because we're so far away. Who, me?
Yeah.
You want me to do it? Our special guests?
Who are our special guests?
The two that believed in us before anybody else did. These two.
What's going on?
Eric and Tami with Techno RV.
Hey, there's three things.
Three things.
In life that I've always wanted to accomplish. One, marry my best friend, which I did, right?
No.
Two, travel all over the United States in an RV. And
Check.
Three, make an appearance with Changing Lanes on the Changing Lanes YouTube channel.
Well, now your life is complete. That's right. That's too funny.
We've brought them to our favorite brunch place, Blue Heaven.
If we ever get to sit down.
Yeah, might be a little
Big
bit.
things about it, so.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't. I know. I had dreams of lobster eggs Benedict last night.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So if you guys don't know who Eric and Tami are, they own Techno RV. They were our very first ever partner / affiliate way back. Going back a couple of years now. They're really cool people. They are very customer service centric with their business, and we're really happy to have them as partners.
We mention them a lot in a lot of our videos, and we support a lot of their products that they offer.
There's not even really any tables like there usually are over there. Yeah.
We were excited to show them some of our favorite spots in Key West.
Yeah, this was their first time to Key West, so of course we had to take them to Blue Heaven.
Of course. So that's the first place we started, and I think it was a Tuesday afternoon, and of course it was an hour wait at, I don't know, 11 o'clock in the morning, because everybody loves that there.
What do you think?
I want to know why the guys got theirs first. I call BS.
Like in a magazine, and I'm just like,
Daisy May, no, I'm gonna put you on the ground. She's licking her chops. She's like,
After Blue Heaven, we took them over to the Hemingway House.
Right, we had done this tour years ago, I think before we ever had our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed it, and they were interested in it, so we thought, let's do it again, because we haven't shown you guys the Hemingway House.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and we asked ahead of time to see if dogs were allowed.
Daisy even gets to go, but she just doesn't get any ground time.
yeah, I don't think that they would let big dogs come in here, but because we can carry her the whole time, they said okay. So.
The Hemingway home was built in 1851. Apparently when the Hemingways first took ownership, the home was in really bad shape and it really needed some TLC, but Ernest and Pauline, his second out of four wives, renovated the home.
You're the one who gives my life color. There is no one other. With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side.
The house was one of the first on the island to be fitted with indoor plumbing, and the first on the island to have an upstairs bathroom with running water. I'll tell you what, the bathroom, I think it was the upstairs bathroom that had some crazy wacky tile. It was crazy.
Popular in the 30s.
Yeah, it was wild. But yeah, the house was really neat. He furnished it with a lot of things that he found, I guess, over in Europe when he was traveling over abroad.
With your hand in mine, let me go by your side. Let me go by your side.
So in the 30s, when they remodeled this place, I believe it was his wife who insisted they have a pool.
Yes.
And this was the only pool that was going to be built in like a 100-mile radius.
Right, and it's an enormous pool. Even today's standards in Key West, this pool is huge.
I would venture to say that it's the largest pool in Key West.
Probably, I mean, other than resorts.
Yeah, it's the largest private pool in Key West, I'm sure.
I would think.
Because we've been in a couple places down there, and they're tiny pools. Even some of the resorts have small pools.
Yeah, but I love those tiny little pools.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It's true. But this pool was a massive project costing $20,000. I mean, that's a lot today, but back then that was the equivalent of $300,000.
So much so that Ernest Hemingway took a penny and pushed it into the cement and said, you might as well just take every last penny I have, or something to that effect. And you can still see that penny today.
So he lived there and wrote several novels from there. He lived there for 10 years.
From the house, there used to be a catwalk that went over to a separate building, which was his office. You can still see his office where he did all his writing today, but the catwalk is gone. You have to go up the stairs and stuff. And you can't go in it, but you can see the room.
You get to walk up and look in it, but it's
Yeah, and I guess he was very structured. I guess he would write every day from 6 a.m. to noon, and then he would drink.
My kind of guy.
And drink and drink. Except for the 6 a.m. part, you don't like that.
That's true. I'd rather get up at like 9 and work till noon
Right, yeah.
than have a beer.
That's my kind of day.
But the cats there are kind of a big deal. What was
Yeah,
the
I
story?
think he was gifted a six-toed cat by a sea captain, and that started the whole lineage of these six-toed cats on the property.
Yeah, so the place right now is just covered with cats. I think they all have that gene for the six toes, but not all of them have six toes. But they're all descendants of that same original cat that was given to him by that captain.
Yeah, and one of the tour guides was saying how the cats are so territorial of this home that when a non-descendant cat got on the property, they kicked it out.
Cat fight?
The cat fight. They kicked it off the property. You don't belong. Daisy really wanted to get down and smell all the smells and stuff, but those cats would have
Torn her up. And some of them have six toes on the front, some on the back, some both.
And they lay around and they lounge and they get in your way. This is their home.
This is
so,
their place.
you know, you'll see them if you go on this tour, and you can count some of the toes are six, and the toe, it's like a little phalange.
Little side.
Yeah, like a little thingy.
Yeah, the car.
A phalange. After that, we walked around some more, just kind of popped into some shops, had a drink or two, and then that was it. I was tired. We were still an hour away and came home. A nice day in Key West.
The world is open wide. I wanna feel alive. I hear adventure call. Hey, hey, what are you saying? Feels like a perfect day. Get lost and find our way.
Keys, wallet, phone.
Keys, wallet, phone.
All right, just slam it. First 2 days here has been cold.
Yeah, it's actually freezing. Well, 60s.
Not compared to the rest of the country, but when we took a walk this afternoon around noon, it was 58. And it's super strong wind, so it feels colder than what it really even is. But starting tomorrow is 75 and sunny.
Yeah. We're headed out to the No Name Pub.
We're pretty close to the No Name Pub, and since it's cold, it seemed like a good day to take Eric and Tami there.
The No Name Pub is kind of a really neat staple down there. If you're driving down there,
You're not going to see it.
you're not going to see it. But if you're driving down there, it means you have your car and you can get to it. If you are driving there, don't get discouraged. It's going to look like you're not going there, but eventually it does show up on the left-hand side.
Oh, right. And keep an eye out for key deer. They are deer that are much smaller than your average deer, but they are everywhere.
It's a small island, so they make them small.
Right.
What's going on, buddy?
You're so sweet. It's too cold. We like to go there whenever we're in the area, and we wanted to share it with our friends, and we had some delicious pizza and some beverages. We got to meet a couple of our followers who are at the table right next to us, so that was pretty cool.
The biggest thing this place is known for, besides their really good pizza and, you know, normal beer, is that there are dollar bills with sayings and things written and stapled to the ceiling and the walls, just covering this place.
This place takes the cake of anything that I've ever seen with dollar bills on the wall.
Dare to
Hi. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hey, Daisy. So we're going to take a ride towards Key West, stop and see.
And we're gonna check out Blue Water Key Resort, which is an
Yeah.
RV resort where Eric and Tami are staying, and they said you've got to come check this place out.
We can also maybe see how far it is from there to get into Key West.
It's 25 minutes. I checked yesterday.
Okay, 23 minutes.
25.
Everybody wants a little piece of the cake. Always coming up too little too late. Digging your way up from the bottom. This game ain't for the weary-hearted one. Let's get it started too. This ain't a party three. Are you ready to go? I don't even really need a number four. Said hey, let's get down to it. I can hear you talking, but I wanna see you prove it. Said hey, let's get down to it. I can hear you talking, but I wanna see you prove it. It's your moment, go and grab it. Now's the time to prove it.
So even though I took a few vacation days from my day job while we were down there, we did have to work.
Our plan was to actually take the bike and possibly make it all the way into Key West, at least make it to Blue Water Key, which is where Eric and Tami are staying.
Don't sit down, keep moving on, yeah. You can do anything that you want in one. Let's get it started two. This ain't a party three. Are you ready to go? I don't even really need a number four. Said hey, let's get down to it. I can hear you talking, but I wanna see you prove it. Said hey.
I wasn't feeling well that day.
Yeah, sometimes we head out on the bike and it's with full knowledge that she may not be feeling it. For those of you who don't know, she has chronic Lyme disease, and that has its good and bad days. So we made a detour, figured we'd at least go ride Big Pine Key and No Name Key.
We'd never really been anywhere on that key other than No Name Pub, so we thought we would just putz around some back roads and
Yeah.
go over to No Name Key just to check it out.
And honestly, there wasn't really much on that key. It was just
No,
kind
it
of
was a
desolate,
bridge over
desolate.
some water, a long straight shot of mangroves, and then it just dead ended. You just stayed on the bike. I got off the bike just to see if there was anything past the mangroves, and it was pretty. There was water, but it wasn't anything to really get you off the bike for. So then we just got back on the bike to see what else we could come up with. So we did pull off to check out this big blue hole. I don't know. It was just a little attraction that I guess it was an abandoned quarry or something. Not a whole lot going on there.
No, so we just circled around and headed back home.
Yeah, I was lame. I was lame that day, and it happens, unfortunately. But, you know, if you're familiar with the Keys, I'm going to say this, and I'm probably going to get ridiculed for it, but sometimes driving or riding through the Keys is kind of boring
Yeah,
in some
it's a-
stretches, unless you're going over the water where it's breathtakingly beautiful. Other than that, it's just kind of not a whole lot to look at. US 1 is just a straight shot, so I don't think that we missed out on a whole lot. It wasn't anything we'd never seen before, so we were just getting out on the bike to get out on the bike. And it was still a good day. We were out for about an hour.
So all of these where we were all back up to mangroves, which is nice, at least it's private. But the ones we're going to show you down here, back onto the water, which is obviously better.
you might not want to stay in these sites that are directly adjacent to the water treatment.
You guys, it smells bad.
Yeah, right now the wind is just right and it does not smell good. This site has a little bit of a water view, but as you can see, it's also right next to the water treatment plant.
And it's noisy. The water treatment plant makes some noise, so
Yeah.
I would hate that site.
But now these sites down here,
Yeah.
primo.
Look at that view. I want that view.
Yeah, that's nice.
Looks like there's a spot open up here. These sites have like a decent sized grassy area behind the site too before you get to the water, so it's a huge space.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really awesome right there.
I was taken from the first look. My heart was cracked like the spine of a book.
After work the next day, we did still want to see Blue Water Key, where Eric and Tami were. Unfortunately, they were out on their kayaks, so we didn't get to really chat with them, but we wanted to drive through, and it's really nice. These are all privately owned properties. It's not like it's a RV park.
If you want to buy one, you can buy an RV site. They range from about 800,000 to over $1 million for the site.
Bargain.
Yes. But they were beautiful and paved, and a lot of them had their own like covered tiki huts, outdoor kitchens, or
They're all very private. They're separate from each other. There are walled gardens in betweens.
it was the evening, so we just drove through, and of course we're hungry, so we gotta find some food.
You look my way in moments I am hypnotized. Time can't reach it to me from
I think you should be sitting here.
There were hardly any people in there, and so it was nice and quiet, and we ate and went home. We're lame. We don't do a lot.
This is true.
We still have our second week in the Keys to share with you guys, but we're running out of time, so we wanted to make sure we got some exciting news to you first.
That's right. We're reaching a very big milestone on YouTube, which is the 6-digit club, the 100,000 subscriber mark.
Woohoo!
Can't believe it.
I
It's
know.
so crazy.
We're pretty overwhelmed at the fact that there are almost 100,000 of you out there that want to follow along on our journey. We're just two dorks in an RV, and so we appreciate it and we're blown away by it. But to celebrate,
Yeah, to celebrate and to thank all of you, we're working with all of our partners to do a huge giveaway, over $4,000 worth of stuff. We're going to do it the first Sunday after we reach that 100,000 milestone. We're going to do it live.
Yes.
So be sure to go to our website, changinglanesrv.com, or one of our social media platforms, and follow us there so you know when that's coming.
right, and we'll announce it as soon as we know when it's going to be.
Here comes some outtakes.
We're not used to being this far away.
We got a chunk of lipstick here. There, you got it? Feel it? There you go. Take two.
For sure, a big cat. I think it's right. That could be. That's my OBGYN cat opinion.
Long drive from there. I think we took 2 days.
We did not.
We didn't? We did it in 1 day?
Went straight through.
You'll catch my fall if I fall, right? Well, I'll get it on film if you do.
How about this one?
You know how old I am when I say film.
Yeah.
We've reached the age where I look much better clothed.
I mean, Hemingway had a vending machine.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly, too. Hold on. I just got like a sneeze or something. You ever had that? It's like there's a sneeze coming.
Never had it. Nope, never.
Yeah, it was really super expensive, particularly for the time. It was around $20,000, which equates to about $300,000 now.
Nope. $20,000 was just the pool, babe.
Oh, it's just a pool?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Facial recognition everywhere we go.
Just get off of
Minority
that.
Report.
Just stop.